You, I don't know if somebody still can mess with this this live or not, but you know how you can go through something like say you got like several um, YouTube, not YouTube accounts, but Gmail accounts. Most people do um, have several, but they use them for nefarious reasons sometimes. And I say, I mean, seriously, I come in so I'm supposed to come in as. I mean, you'll know who I am when I come in here. Long story short, but if you go to, say, if you were to go to your email, your main email, how many would you have in there? Probably, I know mine say 999 plus, because it's just some shit I just don't. I'd be like, man, I ain't reading that. But stay at 999 plus. And you're just not gonna go through there and clean it out. So today I was looking for something in the old email because I said, man, I know that I had my grandmother's um, birth certificate. And I'm like, why, I can't find that. I don't usually lose that. So I was looking for something else too, and this shit popped up today. And I'm like, now I showed y'all this picture before right here. Now I'm connecting dots that you might not understand. I hope it don't go over anybody. Hey, I'm just connecting some dots. But I'm not making any allegations against it, that this person did this or anybody did anything. I already know um, this is about three. Um, on live three in justice form. So I haven't been playing his music in a minute because I ain't know what was going on. So I just didn't I just didn't play it because it seemed like there was people acting like I was trying to say something. I wasn't trying to say anything because I don't know anything. So I showed this before. Now this is an inspector walking through right after I got out of jail. So that's the numbers up here. But right here you should say ALS environmental. Now this is what they wrote up. and then went and asked the landlord. This is something. This is a little education for y'all, so you don't ever get caught in this because this, let me tell you something. What I'm going to show you is a killer, and you might not even know that you're dying from it, but you can smell it. Some of it you can smell. So that's what so they was charging that landlord $1,000 a day to fix that up. But when you go through a mold remediation or mold inspection, you're supposed to go everywhere. Like here, let me share my screen. Now the person that's doing this mold inspection is black. He just know about it. And you probably heard me telling you about Bowie State. That's in Maryland. And earlier today, or you heard me going off because I was going off on some people about my daughter being her car being hit again. So I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you the note that the person left on the car. But let me get through this part first. So I don't like to ask people for anything. So get to this. All right, let me show my screen. So see how that just popped up. I think I'm gonna keep this one right here. This the old what's the name? They keep updating these Jones and they be acting different. But anyway, this is a old email that I used to use when I first came home. So I go look in this part right here, the sent. So, all right, here we go. Now, this is an environmentalist. If you go look this up, let me make sure y'all see it first. This is an environmentalist that did the walkthrough. I paid for it. You see the invoice right there? So it shows the property. And the way they shoot it is so you can see the mold. So this is outside, this is inside. So mold, just because you're looking at it, that's not what makes it dangerous. It's that this shit gets in the air. This is some real shit. No, that shit came from overseas, across all of these seas, in a bat or anything like this. No, this is from dripping water in your crib somewhere. It's a leak, and it has something to do with foundations. I'm telling you, look, like the way the pipe is in there and everything. So when you trained in that, that's how you train to look at a property. Just to look for foundation. That's the first thing you look for: leaks, foundational cracks, anything like that. Especially if you see go in there and you look up and you see a wet spot right there. You see a wet spot. It's a leak somewhere. So if you can see the wet spot, that means on the other side of it, it's probably mold. It's probably starting to mold. Now I know I have anger issues, but I'm telling you, this stuff mimics mental health issues, but it causes cancer if it's black. See it right there. It's a special camera you gotta take it with. See this type of camera where you can see it. Everybody can't afford it, so they take a shortcut, and then they'll just take this stuff and just spray it over that. They'll just spray it, not knowing that the family that's going to move in there is going to be in hell in that and might not even have any generations. So when you do have generations, you can have grandkids and you have children. Now, my children have a 10, like almost 10-year head start on me and being in this place. I'm just getting out of jail, and the first thing I see is this black shit. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? And when I pull everything out, it shit looked like it was a cat coming out the wall. So I'm gonna say this. It's funny how the 13% they want you to believe in is 13% that they it's 13% of us that all we do is commit crimes. But what about the 13% that just know where they came from and they ain't commit no crime? They just know where they came from. It's not it's not a statistic. It's no, it's yo, 13% of people know where they came from. That's why they call them 13%. So let me get back to this. I'll do tell you that. So back to this. They had to dig up the ground to get to where the leak was. Yo, I'm talking about the way they used to build these houses. Yo, look how hard it is to get to where to find out where a leak is, and when you for 10 years, how you stay in the house for 10 years, and it's gushing water. It was a couch. It's a couch that belonged right there. It's gushing water just going down here, and it's hitting the wooden floor and steady, and then it's a rug over top of the wooden floor. So you gotta get under there and get that. And this is what you see right here. This they doing that, but this is my people doing it because they know what they doing. Jokers didn't trust them so much that he goes and gets somebody else after they done did all of this because they doing a thorough job. Now I don't know what made someone bring this up, and then people thought it was a joke to talk about wigs, but I don't know what it was what that was for. Why they start with that? I don't know why somebody put the girl in here. This is a sub pump right here. Sump pump right here. Look how you got rug all around it. It's supposed to have it, everything that it wasn't that he wasn't supposed to do. This landlord did it. That's why I don't do that landlord shit. I flip houses because you gotta go through too much shit like this. Because you don't want to be responsible for somebody's death because you cheat. Look at the camera. This man has to yo. This camera was probably like $800. You ain't got the reader to tell you what it's supposed to be. He explains it. You can see the mold right there. Your ceiling it's not just don't just have black spots like this. Look at this shit. Now, the reason why I'm saying something, this is the suburbs. This isn't Philly and some like in the projects and apartment. Like I ain't grow up like this. We ain't even had no mold. Think about that. We think we have it hard in the hood. It's a lot of things we do go through. But imagine being exposed to a biological weapon, but because of a lazy landlord. You don't know the fucking law, none of that. And he cheap as shit. So once he gets a price, he wants to go get his own people. And guess where he get them from? Kensington, where they fucking, where they trying to fix up now in Philadelphia. He goes all the way from Montgomery County to Philly, cross all the way over there and find somebody else to do it that came in there. And I told the boy before I left, I mean, on everything I love, this how much I love my kids. I told him, I, I knew about mold. I took the class. I said, yo, don't come in here playing, doing, trying to spray that shit on, just spraying that shit, the white paint all over the mold to try to make it look better. He's like, no, I got you, I got you. Neighbor tell us, yo, somebody out there throwing up and everything. At that time, I'm just getting out. I ain't know what make a joker sick, throw up, and all that shit like that. So there's certain places you're supposed to look for it. But this is an attic. So I'm gonna tell you something about when Ratchet TV and them was over there having fun in that with Shay's too. I'm gonna tell you why that hatred and that blackness is in my heart and didn't rise until last night. I mean, it's still there, but I felt a sigh of relief because it was like somebody snatched me off live, and I was like on a roller coaster or something, looking at all of these things, and I'm just realizing who these people are. It's been watching live all this time, but I can't see them. I can't count them or anything like so. I would have to I would have to see them up here on here because right now it looks like nobody's watching. So this is wood, this wood up here, so you can see this is an attic. You got to have a proper fan in there and everything. Now, what makes this a problem is I'm in jail. My kids are staying there, but a rat comes there that's dealing with something down in Texas. He's dealing with the person next door. They doing something down Texas. He telling and all of this shit like that. So I catch his black ass up here, out here, right on this internet. He the first fucking AI person. He ain't not Ratchet TV. He's the first person to go AI because that's how much I was on him. Like I wasn't playing with him. He was following me and all of this shit. So I had to spin move on him one time and get behind him, start following him. He don't even realize it. So it wasn't until last night that maybe people figured out what I was doing. So I was going off on my own family down in the down in Georgia. about our land down there. And I remember I'm looking at this piece of shit John I used to have there on Google Earth. I could see that they had this little ugly ass John. This a little ugly ass house right here too. It might as well be a fucking on wheels, so you can roll it the fuck up out of there because it was so much mold in here in this house. You supposed to have burnt this house down. This house was supposed to be burnt to the ground. Instead of the house burning to the ground, they closed the environmental center, the environmental protection center. They closed it down. Yeah, Montgomery County. So this is funny how I just connect up with this. I, like I was almost meant to be in this case, like doing something with this case. So the mole, this what is talking too much. This isn't public shit that I'm showing you. I'm just showing you because I was in the email and I know that somebody went in here and I don't know if it was Shay's Tube or not, but somebody went in here, gave her this information, and she just starts talking about that shit. Like, like where the fuck is human conscious? Like when you don't know about something, shut. Like when I don't know about something, I try to sit back and try to gather it. Just like all of these people that say they was in the Mo 3 sector, I didn't know what they were saying. I ain't know like what they believe, what they knew, or anything. I ain't even know nobody in this job like that. All I just saw, that's just like you just seeing somebody mom cry, and then you hearing them talk like the way they talking to the mom. Like, yo, wouldn't you want to fucking punch somebody? I mean, for real. If some young boy is on a public forum talking to your mom, I don't give a fuck who he is. You wouldn't want to punch this motherfucker in his face? I would want to beat the shit out that nigga. I would want to fucking take. I'm telling you, this a like this is. When I tell you, I can't even. They don't even have the thing. I don't know if it's attached here anymore, but that's public information. That is a biological weapon. It was from an unclassified doc. Right, look, Texas right in the middle. Now, this is the part I want to show you. So then you got to go through the house. You got to do. This is one section of the house. The other section of the house. Yeah, you see the floors. First floor, second floor, and then there's coloring. That's your mold count. Now every time you open your door, you're gonna have some. But when it's blue, that means that there's water damage. Common allergen when it's this little green right here, and then slightly higher than outside because it's natural mode outside. So you do a sample outside, so you can get it, count, and then you go inside, and then you get the count that's in. So every time you open your door, you let in some mold spores into your house. So right here you got this the most common one right here, Aspergillus penicillium. But this one, this one, and especially this one cause cancer. Don't come out your body or none of that. It's in your body and it starts working. This one I can't remember how was the thing on there, but it wasn't that much in there. So go, and purple is racial abnormal abnormality. So the statute bar is less than 1% when they take it. These are the ones there's very heavy traces of. Then they found some right here that was rare. How much they found on there. Now you got some people that do a test might make the test high because they want to get more money. Everybody ain't into that shit. This is something like people that do their job. They not trying to do some bullshit so they can go get on. Like this on this shit remind me of YouTube at this time because I wasn't watching YouTube at that time. When I started watching YouTube, it was a guy, Cleveland DeMarco. He was from Cleveland. And he used to tell people about the mold, but it was from way back. I mean, way back. Like in the 80s, something like that. They was having that problem in Cleveland. He go get this fucked up job. Now you see where this guy that did this thing is certified from. This where it goes in there explains everything to you. Just like your medication or anything else, or a doctor just telling you what it is. This, like I said, is the worst one. what it calls. Mycotoxins is also reported to be a liver and kidney carcinogen. Carcinogen is a poison. This is guaranteed. You don't need to get shot. You don't get none. You're dying. You're gonna die. But look where they found it at. Such as premature, although it is rarely detected, but it says it's in. They contain it in wallboard, ceiling tile, and other paper-based materials. This is the one they found here. It says allergenic poorly studied. Listen, properties are poorly studied. No cases of infection in human. So it's nothing. They saying like they don't got nothing on it, right? This is done. Now I'm gonna show you the aspergillus, which that we have in there. Says very common in soil or decaying plant material are able to override substances. This group contains common allergens and many can cause hypersensitivity, pneumonitis. They may cause look, extrinsic asthma, and many are opportunistic pathogens. Many species produce mycotoxins, which may be caused with disease, be associated with disease in humans and other animals. Toxins production is dependent on the species, the food source, competition with other organisms, and other environmental conditions. Yo, this is a simple read. It's it's I mean it's just like what the fuck y'all be doing talking on here. Just be talking about shit, don't know shit. Now we on Chat GPT where the chat talks to you and tell you what something means instead of you just being able to read. You can't like people can't read this. That's what they hire experts for. That's why I talk about Hurricane Katrina. That's not a diss to Louisiana. No, that shit was they was they they was doing a lot of dumb shit down there. So I get this, and I see this today, and it just reminds me like, damn. And it kind of upset me because I'm like, yo, somebody went in there and looked at the pictures that go with that. Like it's effect. It ain't had no effect on me. I wasn't in there that long, and we had been subject to it right down in fucking boot camp, right down there in Paris Island. Class action lawsuit. All right, here this one was high. The class experience. You have a look where it says everything that they build your house with. That's where this shit is at. So oh, I can't show this. What's up? Oh yeah, these people. This is the second part of this. This the first John that we was in, and no, this is the first John we was in. Then it's another one, but we that one had like it on the walls. That's when I show y'all somebody hacked into my system. They like hacked in there because I was calling them about the mold, but he stayed in Israel or whatever. So he must have just hacked my shit that time. So I got rid of that. I ended up getting rid of that joint. So these people go around sweeping up houses, and I show you the agreement. I got it at a deal because they weren't going to guarantee that it was it wasn't any mold in there. Now, by this time, I already know I don't see any mold. I don't see any mold. I don't smell any mold because it's a bigger house, number one. So you don't smell it like that unless it's real bad. So I got it for 250 as a deal. The houses supposed to be selling. The houses were supposed to sell for like $1 million. That shit didn't work out. Was taken down to seven, didn't work out. I seen how many times they took it down, and then I offered them 250. Give them their bread. They come back, burn the ball, thinking they gonna burn the ball. Me. Now they're showing the Justice Department, Fay Loan Service in Albuquerque, New Mexico. They got a mortgage on their joint. And if they had mold in there and you paying a 30-year mortgage, just think about it. You're paying a 30-year mortgage. You don't even know what the hell mold is, most people, what it looked like or whatever. And some people will tell you the first thing they tell you, oh, let's go buy this and spray this on there and kill it. No, you put anything with water in there and on mold and it makes it grow. Can't show that one either. So, um, this is, I wanted to show you. You see how this John say in realm? The whole time I'm telling y'all, the prosecutor on my federal case, now this is just dealing with property. She gets a N personam judgment, a judgment against me, as if I'm fucking stock or some shit. Like I'm a fucking house. She gets an N percent judgment against me for $3.6 million. In the same court who ass I'm getting ready to go tear up. The same court that right right where I was just showing you all that is, that's where I would have took everything to. But no, they wanted to handle it in the state so they can go up to their little friends up in fucking Montgomery County and get favorable judgment or whatever, or and then they get with State Farm. State Farm put us up in a hotel, and they gotta pay for that hotel until we find somewhere else suitable to live. So State Farm don't like me because I wasn't moving another fucking place and it had mold in there. That whole area up there was full of mold and asbestos. I remember they used to call it the White Mountain. They used to have a white mountain of asbestos standing right. It was used to be right next to a goddamn McDonald's. Took them 30 years. The government took 30 years. They had to set up a trust fund because it was going to be people that's coming up at 30, around 30 years. They was going to be sick from that asbestos. So they set up a fund to pay the people. It was a super fund. This is the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. I don't know what they do everywhere else, or this New Mexico right here. So I don't know what they do everywhere. I don't know why they fighting this like Fay Long Service. Yo, these jokers is literally, this was filed when this year. This was filed this year. I go to that website to see something, and the website acting all crazy, like you can't look at it or anything like that. And these motherfuckers right here is up there with judgment against them from the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. And they get that, they get 500, half a million dollars. Now, I think Faye Loan Servicing is, I don't know if it's publicly traded. No, I don't think it's publicly traded. Now, this is the Master Participation Trust. They're suing the United States, but it's really Faye that's suing the United States as attorney in fact for this trust. Not the trust. Look, not even she. Not they. Not even the trustee. They just attorney in fact. They don't know who the fuck own this joint or nothing. I tested that same system. I tested their system in the course of Montgomery County by asking them who the fuck is in the trust. You know this lawyer, she don't want to tell me nothing. She don't want to tell me who moved our shit, and she don't want to tell me people who are in the trust because they keep changing that shit from like Caliber Homes to Hudson Homes, and then they changed the address to Oklahoma, then one address in Texas. I don't play all that shit. I be going straight to the court documents and see where the strong is at. All right, you represent them there. So when you make one, if they got you the Caliber Home Loans and we make a deal with them, how the fuck does Hudson Home come in later? They don't know who the fuck the trust is, and then I'm asleep. That's why I'm telling you when I said here go y'all Rico right here, that's Shay's tooth, the big mouth. I don't know who's giving her the information that she's getting, but she felt it was a good thing to talk about that. They got somebody bringing this shit up about my daughter and her sexual, like taking motherfuckers through the ringer for nothing rather than just not being human and getting money. They're getting paid for this. They're getting paid my money, other taxpayers' money to fucking get on a drum and do all that shit, talk all of this shit about somebody, and you don't know what they've been through in their life. I just showed you what that shit affect. My daughter she got real bad asthma. I got asthma, but it don't my I outgrew that shit. I went through the whole military the whole time, and my asthma didn't act up one time. So my anger it be beyond that. It be because the ignorance of people, and that's why I got low toleration. I'm talking about my toler my tolerance is low. That's not my fault. Anger issues because a woman that just start talking about some shit and she don't know nothing behind it. She said, and then try to place the blame, that projection shit, like, oh, it wasn't this, it was this and that. He be saying this and that. Then she talks about that there's a hole in the wall. It's a hole in a fucking wall because it's a leak there. And the way they built it, those houses, that's why they didn't go for $1 million because the way they built those houses, you gotta break through the fucking floor, and I'm just talking about, and even in the bathroom, you gotta break through the goddamn zone just to get back to the thing to turn the water off. That's how badly built them Jones are. That's why you gotta have a good builder. So right down where the water was coming down, all the way down, my daughter was sleeping in that room down there. And I used to hate to hear her coughing and everything. Long story short, I ain't come over here to tell you no sad story. It's just funny how this case, all of this comes up with this fucking piece of shit ass master participant. Look, just this high sound. I just be reading master participation trust, and then I just think about the trust our family had. They've been had since before some of these motherfuckers even got over here. Especially this bullshit, this uh tax haven that people try to use right here, this trust. They just didn't know how to set it up. They set it up right in Delaware, got them a trustee, and then they went out and started getting property. A bank put some money in the John. Then they just started going out buying properties, taking people mortgages. I mean, throwing mortgages and taking people out, but they was getting quick claim deeds, which are the least superior deed that you can have. It takes nothing to get a quick claim deed. That's why it's called a quick claim. So when they sell it to you, they make no warranties on the property whatsoever. That's what a quick claim deed does. You're not doing you're not guaranteeing anything in that house is wrong. You don't know if a fire busts out in that joint. No, these jokers don't even come out to the property. But I bought their ass and made them come to court and got on camera because they wanted to see me. Like, who the fuck is this up here that's had us, got us coming up there? You motherfucking right. I had y'all come up there. Ain't that where the property at? You up there getting, you know, shit, licenses to work anywhere you want. Take property anywhere you want. Getting laws changed any way you want. You got up here in the Commonwealth, and MERS was another place to ask for them. And they didn't feel like, they wanted to do, record the deeds. So the Supreme Court ruled that, yeah, that you don't have to record your deed. It's not a requirement that you record your deed in the deeds office. So I didn't. The first deed they did, but that I had nothing to do with the first sale because I gave my shares up in the company. So the company purchased it, and then I got it from the company and put it in another trust, a private trust. Now, these jokers was already being in a class action lawsuit in Los Angeles. They're being chased all around the United States, getting negative Jones because, yeah, they're presenting false paperwork. But you got black people down here trust this thing that is an entity. You got lawyers representing this client and never met him. They met this Faye person that's an attorney in fact, and that's not going to make any guarantees on his properties or whatsoever. They ain't gonna do none of. They're not doing none of that. I showed you it that night, but I showed you the first report to show you what we had moved from. Then we moved to another place and I had that shit in there. And let me show you what it did. Mm. So wait a minute, let me show you to tell you this first right here. Just the other part of it. This is the guy that they hired. I don't know if you can see it. If y'all can see it. No, I didn't take that. So this the guy they hired. We texting each other for we going back and forth for a long time. Telling me, yo, don't play around with my family, yo. I'm showing the pictures. Look, he cutting out early. I'm gonna show you what happens when people fuck up. Look what he did exactly what I knew he was gonna do. You can see he wiped the walls down. Look, he wiping the walls down. I'm going past there every night after he leave to see what they doing. Look at this shit. What y'all think he did right here? Well, that's let it there, right there. But you can see, look, he didn't even wipe it down right here. You can see he just used paint. I'm looking at all the spots. Here, that's all he did. Look, you could just he ain't even try to hide this. He just you can see he just sprayed white paint. Just something people don't know. So I have the joint on this. We're staying at a hotel, but this still my property. I'm paying. I gotta pay rent. Our shit is in there. So after all of that, look what had to come out. And guess what they was doing it for? The whole joint was fucked up because of one dude that was him and this man. They used to be on space. The fuck they was on. Didn't matter. I told him So I made the people come out there, and they had to put down the whole joint. So at night, this dingaling don't know that the air conditioning comes on, and then it starts dripping because there's nothing up there. It's blurry. See, it says in uh, 13th of August of 2016. How is it years later, around that same time, they do the same thing? Because I'm, what? What the fuck? This time, it's because of a meeting I'm having with the Browns. 88 with some, they talking about owe some bread. What? Can't read? You can see it right there. And you can see it right there where my little girl, my little baby girl was. Most people don't get in and look at their house like that. They see it, everything. I be worried about the health of the kids, my health. I ain't trying to inhale these spores. I'd rather stay in. I'd rather stay in the projects. Look, you see the water. I'd rather stay in the projects than stay in this in that piece of shit. He gone. Look, you see the tape? It's coming out because he got the jaw right open. This just goes down. Oh, so I'm taking a picture down there to show that the water is coming down. Yo, bro, you got this shit, this water coming down on our shit. This is our property. Look, think I'm telling this shit right here. So look, he just fucked the John up. All our property. Now, not to brag or anything, but I was in jail. So it wasn't nothing that I could do. But look at this nigga. Look at this. Look at him. Look how much water is on there. I'm telling you. Look at these pictures. Our bathroom floor is soaking wet. Now it's almost to the point that it's a fight because he done called the police because he don't want to do his job right. Guess he'll get locked up. This the shit y'all don't hear about. I get locked up for trespassing on my own property. It don't belong to the dude once it's under contract with me. He's not going back. He's not going back telling the landlord anything. He ain't saying him nothing. So we go around looking at properties. Look, this is a this is a house right around the corner, and it got it. This is in the wine cellar. But they sold it. They had the price on it right. But who could ready to redo that? Look at that shit. They want $500,000 for that house right there. Same thing here. It's the second house. Same fucking thing. Look at this shit. but it's a door you can close back there. So I was like, all right, the kids really needed a place to sleep. We was tired of being in a hotel, so we stayed there. I let them stay there. I wasn't standing there. And then I went and got this and let them stay there. Worst mistake in my life. So now we racking up all this money and all our shit fucked up at the time. That ain't all of it right there because they wanted us to move some of them. This table, I brag, yo, this table can't, yo, you know how much this table cost me? This, I like, this was from a high end store. You can even see the mold on the bottom of the chairs. So my man had to come back and do this shit. Look how deep that shit is in him. You know what else is moldy? Mold in here. Mold in bread. No, we had to take up the whole floor. Uh, we had to do the whole joint. Look at all these houses. Look at the babies that's been in that house. Come on, grandma. She died like a year later, 2 years later. So when I first come home, everybody is happy until we split up after standing in a molded place. Look, my first fucking operation right here from that fucking mold eating my stomach up. Telling me I got GERD. I got no fucking GERD. Throw the Greg Garner little first John. You know, when I come home, this is what I do to the property. New floors. That's down the beach. Grandma. That's what I'm saying. The style of this, my grandma right there. My mom. You know, we were like one of the only black families. So look, people coming around, seeing what we looking at, what I'm looking at, why I'm looking at shit. So I'm gonna go tell them like, yo, there's some more problem. And you know what happened? The township ended up suing that whole joint. Now, what the only reason I want to show you is because whoever went through here, yeah, look at my kids happy when I first get home. Nothing's wrong with them. Everything's fine until that mold start fucking kicking in. Put that down. So somebody went through here and then saw this, and y'all still thought it was a good idea to make fun of this, to keep having somebody make fun of this. So you see, all of these, I want you look. This is a mink coat I bought. Look at this shit, like a wet fucking dog laying down there. You can just see the water. My jacket, linen. I love linen. I'm just showing all our shit that's fucked up from mold. So would have been up down here. So look, I'm our second operation. So now police started being called out to our crib because my wife is going off. But I don't know what's wrong with her. I'm thinking she's just tripping. Same time, I'm looking at the property down there. What you see right there? What you see right there? So I want to show you what it do to you. For knowledge, start that bank up. Dude don't want to pay for shit. This the company Z2 Investment Group. Look, it's all in, and then when it's on your clothes, it's in your body. Look, if you ain't used to it, look at her hair falling out like she has cancer. And doctors in Abington out there, they don't know what the fuck to do. I go to the right doctor and I tell him, but I did tell I said, yo, don't say the word most, say fungi. I'm showing this shit getting on my fucking mouth and everything. It's all on her new shit. cut her there. Anyway, I catch it in here. She is hysterical and going off. She said she just like no. I ain't know what else to do. But she's going off hysterical and everything. And saying like she don't want to live no more. All this crazy stuff. I'm telling you that shit mimic what's the name? So these public officials, look, I showed you a Kearney right there. This is my little sister. This her graduated from college. Her kids was over there. That's our generations. It's like they trying to take our fucking land and everything. And that's what motivates me the most is listen, I flip houses. I let people know I'm not staying in your house. I buy pretty houses and flip them, but we make sure nobody has ever complained about our property except one person who didn't read. They thought I was gonna stay in it, and they in a Mo 3 case, and they sitting out here talking all this shit like they don't know I don't know who you are. Yo, bro, get the fuck up out of here. You fucking piece of shit ass house. It wasn't worth what it was supposed to be worth. You and your wife, y'all was getting divorced anyway, man. That ain't got shit to do with me. Go talk to the man that you said that introduced me. Cause you ever met me? Cause that's what you saying in that joint. Like you really know me. And guess what you happen to be? Dumb nigga. Stay your dumb ass off the internet. I don't know why people get on the internet think they gonna talk some shit to me. You ain't get to talk no shit to me on this John, bro. You don't even know, you know me. You went so far as to tell some John out in L.A. and then y'all talk about tender dick ass rainwater, and he probably was tender dick with you too. And two tender dick niggas can't get nowhere because they both tender dick. So when I tell you there's a leak amongst public officials, I know what I'm talking about. The same way you got that property is the same way you gonna get that shit back. because this is Karen. Look, but look, Adam W. Burt works for is a senior attorney. Yeah, let me see if y'all can see this. This is going to crack you up. Because you remember on that Rumble John, it said Agent Burke here. I think I got a case for you. And I keep rolling when I see that because it's Ratchet TV and all of them, Duke, all of them calling the feds on that Rumble channel. So there's an Adam W. Burke down there, Burke County, where property is down in Georgia. But I look up, there is an Agent Burke down there. So he works for Kearney. Look what he does. Since 2008. I watched this abracadabra. Damn, I ain't showing nothing. Let me hold it down. Maybe y'all can see. Who's the presiding judge right over Andrea T. Solomon? Is Judge Kearney right at where? Solomon versus Maternity Care Coalition. This is a fucking sitting judge. Fuck is you involving yourself in a case that ain't got shit to do with you? It's getting ready to come before you, or it's going. No, it ain't coming before you. That shit going to Allentown. I don't trust y'all down there because this case right here, let me tell you, it had a settlement agreement. So let me show you exactly what I hit these people with. I showed y'all this before. I hit them with the kitchen sink, Rico, everything. But number one is this 42 USC. But by law, by statute, now this is in 2014, this is where they take the money at, the $800,000. This is a statute. This is you have to do this. It is no choice of the judge. It ain't, they can't settle. It's something totally different. And I hit him with conspiracy in 2015. Racketeer influence and corrupt organizations, predicate acts. So instead of them taking their weight, they give her a bad review. This the job posting. You see how much the other guy was making, and she only was making 40,000. Other guys making down there 80,000 under her. But I think somebody I know who is down there and keep playing with me, saying crazy shit. Cause I don't realize this eighth day, it's like 10 days. but they do. They amended the complaint. Now this look, when I did it, it was 30 pages. I can't go in the courtroom. Look who does it. Now look how it states. He's saying my same thing, but watch what they take down. Other dude making $55 an hour. She's doing more duties than everybody and making less. There go your threes right there. So that's half a million right there. Her father to die, they want her. They cut her shit in half to go to the funeral. Put the Equal Pay Act in there. They put Pennsylvania law in there, which didn't matter. He went federal court. But you don't see in there. Now all of a sudden the $800,000 is not in there. It's like it didn't fucking happen. But these people right here, Margolius Edelstein, live right around the corner where we live. And what they do, they have a settlement. Why you move what was supposed to be mandatory? I don't know who appointed him to be a judge. They got some, yo, human beings are human beings. It's human nature that people, do whatever the fuck they want to. How you cover up anything you do? You sell it. If you're a judge, you sell it. Same court about mold with cutting it. Sent it back down, and that's how you got the agreement, a settlement. Cause motherfuckers is lazy, don't want to do their job, and I don't have no. If you listen, they got plenty of jobs at McDonald's or in all these other places that you can work. Don't sit on no fucking bench that where you fucking got people's lives in your hand. Look at the names. So why would this name be? Why would this name be in my email asking me for my records? Doing the most three case. When I say I got a short shot win, anybody else say some shit like that to me, back down in the joint like nice try. No, ain't, I don't try. Y'all all downtown. Y'all drink with each other. Y'all have lunch with each other. You don't know each other. You ain't been in front of that. I can't put these jokers in. Listen, you can search right in here and search by their names and see if they ever been before that judge. And whoever they represented. So these people, just because they sitting up there with a black fucking robe on, that don't make them no different than anybody else. They be into bullshit too. My grandmother or my step grandmother, Claudia Harris, she was into a lot of bullshit. So that other Harris that wanted to run for president, yeah, she wouldn't get my vote. Sorry. I ain't even care that she lost. I can't vote anyway. And I'm too careful to let somebody just go toss me in fucking president or give me a judgment, and you shouldn't even be holding. You should recuse yourself like, oh, I know such and such and such and such. Especially when the outcome can be punitive. And most times you in court, it's something punitive, gonna have money, punitive, you're going to jail, or you get a ruling against you that's punitive. Get your ass off the bench. Now I gotta see what the feds is for judges to look at it, a federal judge. I don't know who, because they're appointed for life. Let me see if this joker's still on the bench. affidavit slash complaint of violation of common law copyright of trade name hashtag trademark. This shit crazy. This is my judge now. I think that's his name. No. Bailson. No, he meant Bailson is somebody else. He was on something else. Bailson. 'Cause I can't read no more of this shit. Look at it. Yo, yo, bro, you was the defendant in 2022. The Savage Ball with the Attorney General. Y'all beat up somebody? 2023. wet. So that's why I don't get into politics. That's why me going trying to talk about some mayor. No, I tell the mayor who trying to stab her in her back. Look at this bullshit. So you mean hmm, so in November? Let me see what you is, boy. Austin, Austin Davis, 35th district from 2018 to 2022. Richie. Look, none of this shit is available except mine. So this is 2008. So let me put my name. You know what? I ain't even gonna do that. I'm gonna put there we go. There we go. Hey, look at that shit all closed up. I bet the fuck it is closed up. I'm not got nothing from 93. I'm not got nothing. I'm not got nothing from here. It was the Dukes. It was the Dukes. You will know. You will know. You will know. You will know. Larry Parker. Williams. That's somewhere right there. Anthony Thomas. Calvin Davis. Keith Davis. Jackson. Another Harris. I'm not trying to go down all these joints. I just need to look up two joints. So this joke, wait a minute, he was a trustee of the of bankruptcy. Here we go right there, boy. You still, it's a lot of Glenside property too. I knew you was on my case, so I ain't. Who is on this case? And I told you, y'all, shit was fucked up. What? I told you I was gonna catch him. Paul S. Diamond, Blue Bell, Nancy Worth, Nancy D. Wade Weiser, watch me catch him. 'em. I already looked at that. It's the same game. 2017 from Sanchez. I tell you, Drake's Logistic, Marshall J. Drake, Matson Logistics Inc. Matson Logistics Service LLC. Where they from? Ohio. Hawaii. This Matson Logistics right there from Ohio. So that's for me is one noodles of burn, two, one noodles of burn. Cause I remember there was one talking that shit. They want to litigate it in Ohio. Man, Albatross Freight Company, stupid freight company. This would be perpetrating fraud on the court if I had changed it. So if it was fraud on the court, why you want to send it up to another court? Why I ain't go to jail? Now they got it right. Albatross freight. See how white people always trying to accuse us of doing something wrong? Nigga, you sent it down there and it was wrong. You told me to white it out, and now you gonna get in the court and try to argue that. That's right. On or about that day. Fuck out of here trying to say what's name. You try to change it to is the male. Pecan system is Milo. Milo. Cation. Oh, I ain't even put nothing with that joint. I think that's what I said. I'm trying to see what they said I attached something. Anyway, let me go back to what I was looking for. I don't think it's either one of them. It gotta be Joseph Many. Gotta be this one. But his ass won't come here saying that shit no more. More houses with release. I tell you. So he signed his, Joseph F. Many. But you see, she's not on the case. It just ain't my name in there. $36 paid on it. Here we go down here. She got fired right here. She was there for that. Okay, here we go. Trying to release right here. There we go, Carpenter Street. So who that got released to? Why these Jones not fucking signed and dated? Like, as if somebody fucking did this shit. Now, which property you trying to forfeit? Like, you want money, John? Look, she want money. She don't want the property. So you released all of the property instead, and you get money. I'm not giving you shit. I'm not paying nothing that. Now y'all fucking names on there. What's that? Oh, he ain't signed that. Come on, man. Which one? Yeah, right after that. 3 years and bam. And they put this against and look, before Patrice talk, what do you got my mom on there for? But it went to this guy. And that's where it's going back in front of. I don't know what the hell is wrong with Patrice Tucker. My mom was never on trial. So why would y'all put it against Cynthia Solomon? That sounds dumb as shit. Yo, they won't show much on that either. There it go right there. So the other 800, yeah, that come to us. Yeah, going right back to them. Because that's what you use was 16, 18 USC, 1651 to take property. Oh, let me look at these releases right here. Fucking around court. This is what Nelly Lake. This is what this 4 page right here. There it go. This shit ain't signed. That's my shit. Trying to take some property. Dang, man. There we go. Yeah. Jimmy Lee, Curtis Oliver. Look, John Curtis Oliver. Mike Jimmy Lee. I don't even know who Jimmy Lee is. Jimmy Lee. So where's your request for it though? Jimmy Lee. $16.51. This where's this fucking song? You asked for all this shit to keep all of this shit. Bomb? Oh, I'm not staying up all night for that part. I'm fine it though. I'm gonna use it though. That's probably this one. Maybe this one. Live right here. All of this right here. And they letting people out in Texas. What's next? A whole paper case. Ain't nobody died. I bet your ass believe knowing my businessman. With Goldberg. Susan, I know Goldberg. I know Goldberg. I don't feel like going to all of these songs. I gotta remember when that shit was. What was you trying to take? Sorry, I'll find it. That's on my draw it up tonight. on the slide.